This bird with a pair of spatulas for a beak, and this fashionable orange guy with a fancy haircut and black and white zebra striped wings are found across Eurasia, as their name suggests. But these videos are from a place 15 minutes outside of Gurugram, where they like to hang out along with many other weird and wonderful creatures. And now that we are in winter during the migratory season, which lasts from October to March, you can also see migratory species from outside of India that come to spend the winter here. So let me show you my sightings from last winter, so you know what you can expect to see if you visit Sultanpur National Park this season. I'm gonna go step by step according to where those species are located on the family tree of birds. And this will be a 3-part series. We will get to these guys in the subsequent parts. In this video, we're starting with the waterfowl, which include ducks and geese. If you look at the family tree of all birds found in India, the waterfowl are on the branch called the Galloanserae, which is the earliest one to diverge away from all the other birds. There is another branch that diverged earlier called the Paleognathae, which contains ostriches, emus and relatives, but it is not found in India. So the Galloanserae, or the fowl, contains 2 orders: the Galliforms, or landfowl, containing pheasants, peafowl and francolins, and the anseriforms, or waterfowl, containing ducks, geese and swans. And there is no shortage of ducks in the Sultanpur lake. This one, dunking its head into the water and indulging in that delicious underwater vegetation, is only here for winter. It spends the rest of the year in the northern half of Eurasia. These ones with the green band across their face are males, whereas the females have a brown mottled plumage. This is a very common phenomenon seen in birds, which is called sexual dimorphism, where the males and females have significantly different plumage. And it's usually the male that is a lot more brightly colored for courtship display. For example, this other migratory visitor from northern Eurasia and North America. Its name will not surprise you given the size and shape of its beak. It's called northern shoveler. While the female has a similar brown mottled plumage, the male has this iridescent blue-green head coloration. Now the female still has the long shovel-like beak, which tells us that this is not a feature for sexual or courtship display. Any traits that are present in both sexes alike will usually be functional traits. Northern shovelers use their shovel-like beak that is lined with thin comb-like structures called lamellae to feed by filtering out invertebrates and plant matter from the water. And males and females use their bill just the same. But if a trait is found only in one of the sexes, for example in this resident Indian duck called the knob-billed duck, as the name suggests, it has a big knob or crest on its bill. Now I wasn't able to sight a mature male, so I'll show you some knob-billed ducks I found on the banks of the Chambal river. As you can see, the knob is only found on the males and not the females, which means it is a display feature and likely does not have a functional purpose in feeding or any other thing that is unrelated to courtship. Now interestingly, the Indian resident duck, which is closely related to the Eurasian teal, is not as starkly sexually dimorphic. Indian spot-billed ducks are a beautiful species with a dark brown scaly pattern on light brown that gets progressively denser toward the back, a dark streak across their eye, and a yellow spot at the end of their black bills. This is the most common duck species you'll find across India. The red spot at the base of the bill is fainter or sometimes absent in the females. Except for this slight difference, males and females look pretty much the same. This species also has quite a distinctive speculum, which is this green iridescent patch of feathers on the wings, which is more visible during flight. though it is also present in the Eurasian teal, knob-billed duck, and the northern shoveler. All these duck species we've talked about are dabbling ducks, which means they stay at the surface of the water and submerge their head inside or completely tip themselves over upside down like this to feed on plants and invertebrates under the surface. Dabbling ducks tend to be very buoyant, as is evident looking at this gadwall floating over the waves, another migratory species of dabbling duck, and once again the female has a brown mottled appearance while the males are grey with a black beak and tail. Now, unlike all the species we've talked about so far, this is not a dabbling duck. In fact, it is not even a duck. Even though it may look somewhat like a duck at first glance, it is a grebe, belonging to an entirely different order of birds, and its closest relatives are actually flamingos. In fact, as it belongs to a branch called the Mirandornithes, which split off after the Galloanserae, it is more closely related to all other birds on this tree than it is to ducks. And grebes are even more specialized to the aquatic lifestyle than ducks. They have short, rounded wings, and their legs are set very far back on their bodies. All of these adaptations making them not as good at flying or walking, but excellent at swimming, which is why they make their nests close to the water's edge. In fact, they are more likely to escape a predator by diving down rather than flying. So far we've looked at two main branches, but we are just getting started. We've got the whole rest of the tree containing many more interesting species to cover in the subsequent parts. So subscribe to the channel and keep watching Indian Naturalist.